Hi, it's Raphael here. We'll get to video number 3 in just a moment. But first, I want to offer you a very special gift just for continuing to invest your time and energy on this topic and in yourself. If you buy any of my 6 books, which are all about the hidden power of emotions, I'll give you a $5 rebate via PayPal. Here's how it works. Simply send me a scan, photo, or email copy of your receipt, along with your PayPal email address. That's all there is to it. Now, of course, I can't offer this forever. It's available to the first 50 people who take me up on it. But if you don't see an update on this page saying that the gift offer has completed, then it's still in effect. Plus, if you do see that notice, it will also give you a new gift offer, which I'm sure you'll also enjoy. Okay, on to video number 3. Hi, I'm Raphael Kushner. Welcome to part 3 of my 4-part mini course, The Hidden Power of Emotions. Emotions are at the center of every life endeavor. We're either running toward them or away from them. And in environments where emotions are disparaged or denied, they only end up running the show ever more powerfully behind the scenes. In this course, I'm introducing you to a way of understanding and working with your emotions that has the potential to truly change your life, to bring you more ease, peace, joy, well-being, and fulfillment than you've ever imagined possible. Part 3 is called, If You Don't Feel Fully, You're Unfulfilled. And we'll get to that in a moment. But first, let's review the main principles from the first 2 videos. In video number 1, I shared with you that the ultimate purpose of an emotion is to act as an inner compass to help you understand how best to navigate through your own life to create the best choices and the most meaning for you personally. I shared a working definition for emotions. An emotion is a message from your brain sent to your physical body as a sensation. The physical part is what's most important. In the second video, we built on that. I talked about how feeling successfully works. The message is sent, and then the message is received, which means you feel the physical sensation. It's not about ideas or meaning or interpretation. You feel the sensation in your body sufficiently until it dissipates and leaves you in an open, present state. But I also shared what happens when an emotion isn't felt and how it goes into your unconscious and tries to get noticed. We focused on the most diabolical way it has to get your attention, which is to act as an unconscious magnet, bringing into your life people and situations that will confront you once again with this feeling that you couldn't or wouldn't feel in the first place. We talked about how resisting your emotions is the opposite of freedom. And I shared with you that in this video, we're going to get to the bottom of all that to really help you begin to change the whole pattern. Now, there's a glitch in your brain, in all of our brains, that really causes us, because of how we're made, not to want to feel. And really for the most of our lives, until we learn something different, to not be able even to feel our most difficult and challenging emotions. To describe that glitch, I need to talk to you a little bit about evolution. Through the course of evolution, your brain developed in 3 basic layers. The first layer is called either the primitive or the reptilian brain. It's all about survival. It's constantly assessing in each situation the relative degree of safety and danger. Now that's when your life is at stake, but it's also in every ordinary situation. It's looking for emotional safety or emotional danger at the workplace or in your relationship, for example. It's supposed to do that. We need it to be doing that all the time to function well. The second layer of your brain that developed through the course of evolution is called the limbic system. The limbic system is all about memory and emotion. The third part of your brain that developed through the course of evolution is the neocortex. And the neocortex is all about abstract thinking, concepts. So those are the three basic layers of your brain. Now we're going to talk about the glitch. So the limbic system generates an emotion. When that emotion gets generated, basically, as we've talked about, it says, feel me. I need to be felt. I'm sending a message. I need you to receive it. Now, here it is. The primitive brain can't distinguish between an external threat, like footsteps in a dark alley, and an internal threat, like grief or abandonment. So what I'm sharing with you is that your primitive brain actually considers difficult and unpleasant emotions as life-threatening. So when the limbic system generates an emotion and says, feel this, your primitive brain says, no way. And it blocks the feeling. And now you are cross-wired. One part of your brain is telling you to do one thing, another part of your brain is telling you to do the opposite, and you're stuck, and you're definitely unfulfilled. That's the glitch that we've inherited through evolution. Now, the great news is that evolution also gave us the opportunity to recognize and rewire that glitch. And I'm going to tell you how you do that right now. You feel. You feel the emotion directly in your body, as I've already been discussing. You surf it. And here's how that works. So, you're shut down. You're not feeling because your primitive brain has blocked the feeling. You start at the point of tension. Maybe it's your shoulders hunched or a tightness in your belly. And you bring your attention there in a gentle and relaxed way, but up close like a surfer on a wave. And you let your intention be to follow what's there, up close, wherever it takes you. Your primitive brain, it's very powerful, but it knows it's not in charge of the whole deal. So its response is something like this. Wait, what's happening? We're trying something else? I don't know if I like this. I reserve the right to shut everything down at a moment's notice, but okay, let's see what happens. So then the tension eases, you open back up, and let's say it is abandonment. And you have a feeling of abandonment right there in your belly. It's like a hole. It feels dark. It feels endlessly painful. You start to surf the wave of that feeling. What might happen, for example, is it moves up through your torso into your heart and all the way into your throat, and maybe even some tears come. You're feeling the feeling fully, finally, that your primitive brain had been blocking you from your whole life. What happens then is that the primitive brain updates. It has the ability to do that. It says, oh, okay, abandonment, not footsteps in a dark alley. We can actually allow it and move through it. It doesn't kill us, and it even leaves us in a refreshed, more present and open state. Every time you do that, you rewire your brain. You become a better emotional connector. You come to know yourself and care for yourself better. And you're finally able to change those situations where resisted emotions had been acting as the motor for those patterns that were keeping you stuck and living the same troubles over and over again. So that's the glitch in your brain, and that's how you rewire it. Now, in our next video, the last of the 4, I'm going to define and describe for you what is true emotional mastery. And I'm going to explain exactly how you accomplish it, not just when it's easy in your life, but even in those circumstances when it's the most difficult. I also want to remind you, if you stay all the way through to the end of the 4th video, I'm going to offer you a premium, absolutely free, just for taking the journey with me that I think you're going to be really excited about and truly love. Thank you so much for staying with me through the 3rd part of the series, and I look forward to seeing you again for part 4 really soon.